Hey, this is Tom from the Menzingers, and you're watching PureGrainAudio.
With PureGrain TV. Tonight we're going to be at one of my favorite venues, the Warfield in San Francisco. We're going to be seeing Taking Back Sunday, but the reason we're here is to actually talk with the Menzingers. Let's go inside and have a chat. Okay, thank you. Hi everyone, we're backstage at the Warfield with Tom of the Menzingers. Alright, so welcome to San Francisco. I'm glad you're enjoying the city a little bit.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is great.
Awesome. So, I was reading on Facebook recently, and it looks like you guys just celebrated your 3-year anniversary of On the Impossible Path.
Yeah, we did, on February 22nd.
Nice. So, why was that such a milestone for you guys?
That record was a milestone for us because of how big the response was and how much it changed our lives. People really were into it. It was the first record that we put out on Epitaph, which was a dream label of ours growing up. And that record allowed, what happened after we put that record out? We got to tour so many new places with so many new people and established so many lasting relationships, and just basically changed and shaped our lives the way that they are today. So it was really kind of a big deal.
Nice.
For us.
Very cool. So with your latest album, which is Rented World, what's the story behind the name of the album, and kind of walk me through the story?
We kind of we want to leave it up to everybody to take from it what they want. For us, it kind of was very representative of where we were in our lives at that point. The world was so new after we put out the last record, and everything was changing so much, and a lot of the lyrical themes in Rented World aren't as downtrodden, nostalgic based as the one before it. It's just kind of like a look at our lives and where we were going and how it feels like to be at that age in your life and at that, whatever your economic status, relationship status, anything. It just kind of seems like the world isn't yours necessarily. It's not necessarily a narrative. You can't really do a straight autobiographical kind of song, I don't think. I mean, maybe some people can, maybe their lives are that interesting or they can do that. But if you're not taking from your personal experience, I don't think you could be really writing, I think you would be writing disingenuously.
That's true. When it comes to your writing process, other than the personal accounts from each of your guys' lives, tell me a little bit more about your guys' writing process. I mean, do you all kind of take part into it?
Yeah, Greg or I will come up with lyrics and maybe a couple chords or a concept or anything, and we'll come to practice, and then that's where we really write the song. It's where all 4 of us, kind of in a very democratic sense, bring everything to the table, and we just kind of smash it until it becomes something that we all agree upon.
Awesome, that's cool.
And it's a really fun process. It's a really funny process too.
Nice, lots of inside jokes, I'm sure.
Yeah, a lot of ridiculous, playing the same riff for 4 hours and then throwing it away, that kind of stuff.
Awesome. So enough about the writing process and the album. Do you have any pre-show rituals that you do?
Oh man, yeah. You get really goofy before you play, like right before you go on, because you get a lot of energy going. You start making stupid jokes and noises, and sometimes I take a shot of whiskey before we play, or no specific rituals that have to happen. Otherwise, the show would be
kind of different every time.
Yeah, we're pretty easygoing guys. We don't get too ritualistic. We don't get purposefully ritualistic.
All right, fair enough. Well, since it's different every time, what's the strangest moment that's happened to you on tour?
There's so many. I mean, every day is a different thing. I can't definitely recall the strangest thing that's ever happened. There's everything from getting robbed at gunpoint.
Oh my goodness.
To I don't know. You just run into ridiculous people, meeting absurd people, and things that I won't say on camera for sure. And if I was going to say the strangest thing that happened on tour, I wouldn't say it on camera. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy things that happen.
Any memorable fan interactions that you can think of that you can't say on camera?
Yeah, I mean, people come up to us and will say things that talk about how we've helped them get through important parts or serious times in their life, or things that they've been having difficulty dealing with. That's always the most rewarding thing. And then you'll get, and then you get people that the European fan interactions are usually really funny because sometimes people come up that don't speak the language, not the language. You don't speak the language. They don't speak English very well, and they, they'll just say something that is just you have no, and you just agree. You get to the point after Europe where you get the European nod after a week or two, where you just kind of nod along to everything everybody says because you're just instinctively going, yeah, okay, so this is a word that we know, but we both mean the same thing, and yeah. So you get some funny European ones. There's a guy, I think, we had one guy that comes to see us from really far away, and he brought his whole family one time. I think somebody was holding his baby and took a picture, and that's a really weird Eastern European fan interaction.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. Our fans aren't too crazy, Pete. They're never really very crazy. Everybody's pretty down to earth and they hang out, yeah.
Kind of cool to chat with.
Oh yeah, definitely. They always expect us to be partying pretty hard, which most of the time we are, but sometimes it's, people are like, well, why won't you take this double shot I just bought you? You're like, well, it's 10 o'clock on a Tuesday, I don't really feel like doing that right now. But yeah. Cool.
So my last question of the night is, are you guys working on an album?
Yeah, we're starting to write it now.
Nice. Yeah. Any buzz you can give us about it? Like, do you have any tracks laid down, or just
No, we don't have any tracks laid down. We don't have any timeline. We're just starting to write. We like getting stuff.
Awesome.
That's the most fun part about being in a band.
Kind of going through the writing process.
Yeah, totally.
Putting it together.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for sitting down with us and chatting with us.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So it's going to be a great show. I look forward to it. So,
Cool. All right.
All right, there you guys have it. Have a good night.